Hi there viewers, this is Glebe Road Junction, and this is not a layout update as I've not done anything to the layout since the last video, but I have been doing other stuff instead. And as most of you all know, I was going to extend the shed in the garden, but that's proved to be very time consuming and expensive, so I've decided to convert the loft as my layout room, and that's what I've been doing over the last month, is converting the loft. Now this loft was full up of junk from top to bottom, and I've now obviously got rid of it, and I've insulated the loft with this insulation foil, as you can see, and new flooring throughout the loft as well, and it's come out quite well. The only problem is I've got these beams that stick out, protrude quite a lot, and but at least I don't have any cross members, as you can see all the way around. The whole place is done, including the floor. Just got some junk over by the hatch, which is there, and just brought my tools up and my desk and all that stuff over there. Is all the trains and stuff. All my rolling stock is still in the shed, which I have to go and get out next weekend. So the loft is now completed, ready for the building of the layout. As you can see, I've brought up the one section that I've done, or the two sections that I've done from the spare room. I've wired up a couple of strip lights today. I've got two more to put up further down that end. These two have got to be moved further up this end, and also they've got to be moved further down towards the cross members there, so they shine underneath, because the layout at the moment as it stands is too high. It's just above my waist, so what I'm going to have to do is trim the legs down, shorten it down so it fits under the beams, and then once I've moved the lights down, the light will shine under the beams. The station side is going, or the station sections are going on this side, and which will be 2 foot wide, and then it'll be going obviously around the back wall there, and it'll be going all the way up this end of the loft, and that will be 3 foot wide. Now the loft isn't that big. It makes my house look very small for some reason, but the loft is quite small. I've got quite a small roof, but I've got about 18 foot by about 10 foot to play with, which will give me more than enough for quite a large layout. So I'm quite looking forward to get cracking. Obviously the layout will end up going around here, and then we'll be going across the hatch and into the station area, and the section that goes across the hatch will be a lift up section, and I'll be building like a gate or a fence around the hatch to stop myself from falling through it, because I'm very forgetful, and no doubt I'll probably fall through that and end up breaking my neck, which I don't want to do. So my next job is to trim the legs down and to push it under the cross member. It'll probably be about 2 foot away from the edges, so I can store things like the boxes and stuff like that down each side, and the same again on that side. Now this beam seems to be higher than on this side for some odd reason, I don't know why, which means I could be able to push the layout a little bit further back. So this is, it's taken me about a month to do, definitely the last 3 weekends, and it's now finished, apart from the plug sockets which have still got to fit, and the 2 strip lights which I'll do next weekend. I've brought up most of my layout stuff here. I've still got quite a lot, probably double that actually, in the shed, which I still need to bring up, but that's not really an urgent job, so that'll be a job for another day. So yeah, that's everything for the loft. As you can see, it looks like a NASA spaceship now, but it's nice and cozy up here, nice and warm, and once I've got the other strip lights, it will give it a bit more light. I've still got a little bit more rubbish over there to take down, but other than that, it's all finished. This flooring was quite difficult to put down, and this insulation foil took me ages to do. Now to convert this loft, it's probably cost me a little over £200, which is probably about £1.5 grand cheaper than what it would have been to do the extended shed and the concrete in the garden. So I've opted to do this and have a bigger garden, as my wife wants a bigger garden. So so that's it for the update on the new room. What I have also done is I've also purchased myself this Walters cement building, and it is HO scale, but it looks just as big as a 1/76 scale. That took me a few weeks to build. The base of it is finished. I've still got to add my own touches to it, loads of pipes. Changed it to a Lafarge aggregates building, so I've still got to add some more silos and stuff like that to it. As you can see, it's all built up, and I painted the buildings either side green, and it looks quite good. I think it will look quite nice on the layout once it's implemented on and weathered up. And that's the next job as well, weathering up. What I have also got, I've got two of these. The camera will pick it up. Yard lights from Express Models. I ordered these nearly a year ago, and I received them a couple of weeks ago. I bought two of them, and I think they're about £40 each, and they're quite impressive. If I take the lid off, if I can, but they're quite impressive. Just going to put the camera down for a minute. Okay, as you can see, they're all built up. They've got the 4 LED lights in, and they look really impressive. I cannot wait to get these on the layout. They look really good, quite tasty. I have ordered 2 more. Hopefully it's not going to take almost another year to arrive, but at least I've got these 2. So I've got 2 of those. What I have also bought as well is I've actually bought the Bachmann Class 57 in Network Rail Yellow. I got this a few weeks ago. I've only just got out the actual cardboard box that it was delivered in by Hatton's, and haven't even got it out. I haven't even bought a chip for it yet, but I thought I'd leave it in there until the layout's at least operational, or at least I've got some lines down. And so that's one new purchase to look forward to. And I've also bought myself another one. Okay. When I went to Wally this year, along with Jason from 5 Elms, and Stevie B from Stroley Central, and Matt from Mickleston Road, and went out there, had a good time, and I ended up buying quite a lot of stuff along with this Class 150 2-car DMU. It's in Central Trains livery. I've always fancied one of these. I do like my Class 150, so this makes it a grand total of 3 now I have. I do want another Arriva Trains livery. I've already got one, but I want to have 2 running together. And I bought this one because it was quite cheap. It was about £55. Yeah, £55. So I thought that was a good buy. And DMUs are always a good choice. I have quite a few of them now. Maybe not enough, but I still got to get a chip for this as well. I think I've got a few other locos that I've nicked chips out of over the time, and I've probably got about 5 locos without any decoders, so I need to buy some decoders, but again, that's for another day. Okay, so most of my trains are all stacked up here in them boxes, and they're also in all of these other boxes down the back here. I've got quite a few locos. I say the rolling stock is all still out in the shed, which is a job for next weekend. I'll probably get in there early Saturday morning. The plan for this layout, what I wanted to have was 2 levels, obviously the upper scenic level and a lower fiddle yard level, but the only problem with having that is that if I was to have 2 helixes, I would have to have well, I'd probably end up losing about 8 foot of an area to fit the 2 helixes in, which means I'd probably end up losing a lot of scenic space. So I've opted to not go for that and overcomplicate the layout. What I've opted to do is the station area would go up close to the hatch, and then I'd have a section that goes across the back there somehow, somewhere, and it'd be a non-scenic section, and I'll try and fit a fiddle yard into there as much as possible. Or what I was going to do is have a fiddle yard at the back of the layout over here. So I'd have a 3 foot width in layout, and I'd probably have another foot or so hidden storage area, and have them running all the way down the entire length of the layout, which is probably a better idea. The only problem with that is it's going to be hidden and it's going to be hard to get to unless I went under the layout and got to it. But at least you know, it'd be there, and I'd have some storage without having to break anything on the layout to add the trains on. So so that's it. I mean, just the one section which I need to rebuild. I've had to take it apart. I built it so it could be taken apart anyway, so it didn't damage nothing. But that was a right pain to get up in the loft without actually breaking anything. Me and my wife did that together, and yeah, it's quite difficult. But it's normally it's at, I think it's a lot of 1 meter level, but because of the beams, I'm having to cut it down. So I'm going to cut it down to a level where it's suitable for me to work on while I'm sitting down. So I've got this seat here, but I'm going to buy myself a chair with the wheels on, so I can roll up and down the floor. Bearing in mind this house is very old, so the beams that run across the length of the house, I think over the years have warped. I mean, this house is over 100 years old, and none of these beams are actually level in one way or another. They're all up and down. So I've had to do what I can, or done my best with the floor. I've added a bit of planking in here and there, but none of the floor is exactly level, but it's close. So which means the layout itself, if I was to build it with each leg and everything the same level, then it would probably be wonky. So I'd have to cut the legs down to suit, to get the actual layout as level as I possibly can, which isn't a difficult task, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So hopefully next weekend I think I'll have the lights up and the plug sockets in. So give it another couple of weeks and I'll have another update, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I should have some of these baseboards up, and by the time New Year comes, I might even have myself some trains running around, which I'm quite looking forward to, because it's been quite a while. So I would say after Christmas expect a few more updates. I'll probably post some tutorials on how I build a layout as I go along as well, just for those that are unsure. I know it helps. I've always looked at videos on YouTube and asked other people how to build stuff, and I only know what I know due to other people. So hopefully my videos might help those that are unsure as well. So that's it for me. Anyone's got any ideas what they might want to see, anything that I've missed out that might look good, please post a comment, and hopefully I'll post another video in a couple of weeks time. Cheers, see you now.